Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Big Mama Chin. I'm back with another video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Today we're gonna get into something. We're gonna get into a review of the Baddies Midwest reunion. I actually thought that this topic wasn't gonna be brought up until about the end of the season, closer to the end, baby. It was the first two episodes. They dropped two episodes in one on one Sunday, and about an episode and a half was about Chrisean Rock and Teshki. They had a sit down. They brought up the whole fight. They brought up the rumors, and they just like had a conversation about that. I'm gonna break down the actual conversation, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all my input and my intake. I feel like I'm pretty good with like reading body language. I feel like I listen to what people have to say. I pay attention to behaviors, and we're going to go ahead. I wasn't there. I wasn't there during the conversation, but it was televised, and I wasn't there for the alleged events. The fighting was televised. The SA allegations were not, but I'm just going to give y'all my opinion based on how the conversation went. So at the beginning of the conversation, Chrisean Rock, she comes in and she has her son Junior with her, and she brought her sister Chastity with her. Um, they went on in, they came and they were sat down. Taseki came in. When Taseki came in, Chrisean gave her a hug. They both kind of sat there like, well, what do you want to talk about? Taseki's like, I wanted to talk. She started off with, I would never accuse you of molestation or sexual assault. Then you got me jumped, and then you went on ahead and put the icing on the cake. I'm assuming that the icing on the cake was the sexual allegations. So after that, um, Taseki's feeling like Chrisean owes her an apology. Chrisean's like, you only got jumped because you tried to fight me when I was pregnant, and they tried to come to my defense. Taseki's like, I didn't try to fight you. And then she kind of goes later and says, well, we got into it, but when some girls was throwing eggs at you, I had your back, yada, yada, yada. Something came up about Mead Park. I guess is like a neighborhood. And Taseki was like, pointed to her friend, was like, you knew me back in Mead Park, and you lived with me after that. Chrisean gets up and she walks to the side of the bar. She's like the side of the table. She's trying to like calm her baby down. And Taseki's like, why did you get me jumped? What kind of sister will get you jumped? This, that, and the third. And Chrisean's like, you told people that my baby was in CPS. Taseki like, I didn't. People was calling me, telling me your baby was in CPS. I called to check up on it. Chrisean, Taseki says, you did try to get me jumped. You don't remember because you was drunk. Chrisean said, I didn't drink through my whole pregnancy. She said, I wasn't drunk. I wasn't drinking. Taseki said, you gave me the bottle. You probably don't remember because you were impaired. Chrisean says, I remember being 7 years old and you told me to eat yours. Taseki says, huh? Chrisean doesn't repeat it. Taseki asks producers and everybody else, what did she say? Chrisean didn't repeat it. They move on to the same topic. Why did you get me jumped? What part are lies? Taseki moves on to the next part of the conversation, talk about why did you get me jumped. Somewhere in the midst of that, their sister Chastity was like, can I pray? Chrisean says, you never have to ask to pray. Go ahead and pray. Chastity's praying. Chrisean and Chastity are like bowed head praying. Taseki's playing with her phone. She's like zoned out. I'm guessing she's upset at this point. Chastity's so upset she starts crying mid-prayer. She couldn't finish. Chrisean goes ahead and finishes the prayer for her. They get to talking about how Taseki took care of Chrisean when she was younger, when they had nowhere to go. Chrisean and her brother Petey ended up having to go and stay with Taseki. Chrisean's like, we're all flourishing in our fields. You know, the brother just went D1. I have a career, you have a career. Chrisean's telling her, you're the reason, I'm the reason why you're even on Zeus. If I didn't love you and want to the best for you, like I wouldn't have brought you here. When she mentioned me, Park, Teshki said something about her friend, something to her friend that was standing in the corner. The friend kind of chimes in, was like, if all this happened when you was a kid, you forgave her, right? You went to go stay with her. You left Los Angeles. You went to go stay with her. Teshki's like, yeah, I lived in a luxury apartment. I moved out of the apartment because my kids didn't want to share rooms and they wanted a bigger house, and I got a bigger house so I could house you and Petey. Chrisean says, yeah, all of that is true. The best friend was like, Teshki's best friend was like, why is you bringing up family business now? You never said nothing until now. Teshki saying, I've never heard this in my life. I never heard this in my life. Like, what are you talking about? And Chrisean's like, you want me to apologize for something, but it's my truth. And Teshki's like, well, what happened? And Chrisean never really goes into detail. To say she's very upset. She says, okay, I'm getting ready to leave. I don't want to talk about this right now because when I start crying, I'm going to start punching. Teshki gets up and she leaves. Chastity and Chrisean are there and they're talking. And Chrisean's like, I'm not trying to make her look bad. It's a whole bunch of stuff I could have said. I could have said stuff that happened to your son. I don't know what happened to her son. Chrisean's whole Chastity, I could have said that she took your boyfriend, like her nigga that she's with now used to be your boyfriend, and then now that's her boyfriend. She used to be stripping and selling, and I took her out the strip club and gave her a career. Like Chrisean said that latter part after Teshki had already left. Now that we got the basis of everything that went out, that's just what happened. That's not my opinion, but now we're gonna get into my opinion. For me, the fight, Chrisean, Teshki, first of all, you beat the fuck out of Marsh and Mariah Lynn and had beat the other girl up. To be quite honest, you would have beat both of them up. While that is something to be mad about, the main thing, if it was me, the main thing I would have been mad about is, girl, why is you going around telling people that I touched you when you were a child and I never touched you? And the fact that, because that was the biggest elephant in the room. The fighting and getting your sister jumped, that's a big deal too. But the biggest elephant in the room, the thing that dirtied up your name, because that did more harm to Chrisean than it did to Teshki. Chrisean turned around letting them girls jump her sister. Like, that made Chrisean look a fool. But what made Teshki look bad, and to clear your name, you should have went in the door trying to figure out, why is this girl going around telling people that you sexually assaulted her when she was younger? I never, through that whole conversation, heard Teshki. She told her when Chrisean said I wasn't drinking, Teshki said, you was drinking, you lying. When Chrisean said I didn't get you jumped, Teshki said, you're lying, you did get me jumped. Chrisean said, no, they didn't jump you, da-da-da. When she said something about me, Park, Teshki said, what happened in me, Park? This is my first time. Like, what are you even talking about? When she said, you made me eat my choke, see, when I was 7 years old, Teshki didn't come out and say you were lying. The whole conversation, I was waiting on Teshki to say, girl, you a lying ass bitch. You a lying ass bitch. What she was doing was asking questions. Like, it ain't no questions to be asked about some shit like that. If it didn't happen, it ain't nothing to be asked. Like, you're a lying ass bitch, and I don't know where you pulling this shit out your ass from, but bitch, you're going to hell. The fact that she never came out and said that it didn't happen. And after she said that in my last video, I said, we're going to see what kind of tears these was. To me, it looked like tears of guilt. That's what it looked like to me. And I'm not like, I'm borderline psychic, but not really. Like, I'm just a very good people reader. And I was waiting on her to say, at 7 years old, are you crazy? All I did my entire life as your big sister was protect you. What she turned around and did was, Chrisean said when she asked Teshki and told Teshki she didn't want to play house no more, then it stopped. So I don't know if it went on for years. I don't know if it went on for months, but Chrisean did say that it ended up stopping. Chrisean said she left and went to go live with Teshki because she was going to college. And this was back in LA. So by the time Chrisean's going to college, we're going to say she's about 17, 18 years old when she went to LA. That's a whole decade that went past. A whole decade between the SA allegations all the way up into the point where her and her brother were homeless because the mother was on drugs and she wasn't capable of taking care of them, and then they had to go live with Teshki. This is how I'm reading this whole thing. And so she's saying when she was 7 years old, not when she, you know what I'm saying? Not when she was older. She said when she was 7 years old, you touch her. Teshki says, and this reminds me of gaslighting type shit. If somebody would have did that to me, I wouldn't even want to be around them. I housed you, I took care of you, and you may have done all of that. But none of that takes away from what you may have done when she was a child. And then I'm waiting for you to address that, and then she never did. She kept trying to talk about this fight. We don't care about the fight. As far as I'm concerned, you came out on top. As far as that situation is concerned, nobody cares about the fight. Another thing that rubbed me the wrong way was during the whole conversation, Chastity was kind of just sitting there quiet, and then she started praying, and then she was crying so much during the prayer that Chrisean had to finish the prayer. Or for her to come out about 4 days ago and say that Chrisean was making the whole thing up, but while she was sitting right there, like, Chastity, why didn't you say that? If it was a lie, why didn't you say, you're the oldest of the sisters, why you ain't say, I ain't going for this bullshit, Chrisean, you need to clear this up and clear it up right now. On top of, why did the best friend come out and say, she didn't say it didn't happen? Teshki said her and the best friend was best friends all the way back since me. Chrisean was really like, why is this bitch here? But anyways, she say, why is you bringing this up now? Why are you trying to make her look bad now? When, you know what I'm saying, this happened a long time ago. Family business should be family business. If it happened in the family, it should stay in the family. That's what the friend said. Teshki didn't come out and say, ain't shit happened. Ain't nothing to keep in the family because ain't shit happened. I was waiting on defense from Teshki. But her only defense was, I did that, and I'm not going to say I did that, but her only defense was, when you were older and when you needed me, I was there for you. When you needed me, I was there for you. When girls tried to fight you, I didn't let it happen. When you were homeless, I gave you a place to stay. As your sister, when you needed me, I was there for you. That's what I took from it. Now, can two things be true at the same time? Because Chrisean never denied that Teshki gave her a place to stay when her and her brother, who were young as fuck, needed a place to stay. She didn't say, oh no, that didn't happen. She was like, yeah, you did. And she says, and we said, thank you. And so what do you want me to worship you? Because you did that? You want me to act as if this, you know what I'm saying? You want me to just say, oh, I worship you, all hail to Teshki because you gave us a place to stay as our older sister. I don't know who's older between PD and Chrisean, but I kind of feel like Chrisean's older than PD, but I'm not sure. All I do know is Teshki was looking off, looking around, and how her reaction, the fact that Chrisean said, yeah, when Teshki said, you don't remember, let me like kind of jog your memory. And Chrisean says, I remember being 7 years old and you telling me to eat your, and for her to say, huh? And then ask production, what did she say? That rubbed me the wrong way. For her to say, huh? Like she ain't hear what's going on. Huh? What did you say? What did you just say? What did she just say? I found it peculiar. Because people who are trying to gaslight you, this is what they do. And sometimes your abuser also has to be like your protector. Like, unfortunately, that's how it happens because so many people get assaulted by people that are close to them. And I want to say this, because they were both young, I'm not about to sit here and make it seem like Teshki's some sort of like predator. Because that happened when they were young, it makes me feel like something happened to Teshki. The fact that the nephew came out, the sister of the nephew who came out, she still stands behind, like, Teshki, you need to take accountability. We're definitely going to go look at her page. We're going to go look at her page on Instagram. She's still standing behind Chrisean, as she has for like the past 2 years since this first came out. Okay. And she pretty much wants Teshki to come out and admit it. But because Teshki, and then Chrisean said Teshki was fast, she ended up doing stripping, yada, yada, yada. It makes me feel like Teshki may have been abused as well. But how embarrassing it must be for this to be brought up on TV. But to come for it to be brought up, and then for you to be waiting for her to apologize for it, for telling the world that it happened, which I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like Ayanna, you know what I'm saying, could fix it. But like Zeus and Let Me Plumber can't fix this. I don't know why it's on Zeus TV. Like, they're literally exploiting y'all. But deep down in my discernment, I feel like it happened. That's how I feel. I've heard of very weird shit happening. And Chrisean says that too. She says that's the problem. Every time something happened in a black family, nobody wants to address it. They just want to sweep it under the rug like it didn't happen. And that's what it gives. Because if you didn't do it, then clear it up. But when somebody did do something like that, they do this gaslighting. So fuck, yeah, I let you come live with me. I did this and I took care of you. I bought you sneakers. I like whatever the fuck. But did you do that? And what happened in Mead Park? We're going to get into it all. We're gonna get into it all. The whole thing, and they're literally exploiting them. And I hope they paid them a pretty penny, because they're literally exploiting that family, and it's crazy. Chrisean held the baby the whole time. Part of me feel like she held the baby because she didn't want to fight Teshki. And how mad Teshki was, it would have ended up being a fight. The thing is, either Chrisean's a really, 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 really good liar, or Teshki is just not all that good at like telling the truth. Because the conversation just bounced all over here, there, and all over everywhere. Where it was like the whole jumping thing, that seems like what Teshki wanted to talk about, and then she kind of threw in the SA allegations and kind of wanted Chrisean to apologize, and Chrisean's like, I'm not apologizing for that. I'm not apologizing for that, because that's my truth. Teshki says, what's your truth? Chrisean says Mead Park, and then Teshki starts like over talking her. This is the calmest I've ever seen Chrisean rock. She says she's not drinking and smoking. I don't know if it's a permanent thing, but I don't think she was drunk or high during this sit down. I don't think she was drunk or high during this sit down. She came in like with the type of confidence you have when you know you have to like confront some bullshit. Like, when I know what the information I'm about to come in with is facts, like, I'm sitting on that and that alone. That's the confidence I'm sitting on. And I wish Teshki would have came in with the same thing, but it gave like frustration. It gave guilt to me. I don't know. Y'all in here, y'all tell me what y'all think, because that's what I think. And while y'all typing up what y'all think, I'm about to look at the sister. This is the older sister's page. She's not Chastity. Matter of fact, we is gonna look at Chastity's just something that was posted from Chastity, only because I find it like peculiar that you was like sitting during the sit down and you were quiet and you were crying and you had nothing to say, and then you come up on live and you're acting as if Chrisean's lying. But while you were sitting there with Chrisean and Teshki, why didn't you tell her, like, why didn't you say, Chrisean, we not getting ready to do this? You're not about to sit here and fuck up the family name with your lies and your insecurities. People are saying that Chrisean is jealous because Teshki made a bed. Can two things be true at one time? Very much so. Can you feel a way that your abuser is on the come up off of your back, acting like and the world loves them like they're a fucking saint? And you're like, hold on, let me tell you the real you? That's very possible. That's very possible. Two things can be true at the same time. I want to go ahead. First, I want to look at this Chastity shit. Because Chastity surprised her. Like the way she was talking, you know what I'm saying, on this, the way she was talking when she came up on Instagram was not how I expected her attitude and her behavior to be during the sit down. It made me be like, and then on one video, I have to find, I wonder if it's on Tasha K page, I have to find where it's like she came and sat down in front of the camera and the bitch had like new baby clothes and stuff, and she was popping tags off her baby clothes, and it gives so it's like he just took you on a shopping spree of some sort, because why are you here with this mess? But that's the first thing that we gonna talk about is this chastity thing, because like that made no sense. As the oldest sister, like, you know what I mean? As the oldest sister, wouldn't you be like what would you say? I would say something like, girl, this is our family. Like, what are you doing? And she just didn't do that. Chastity didn't do that. And so that's what's weird for me.
Conversations and weird shit that's going on. If y'all know me, y'all know I've been rocking and rolling with every sibling and ain't switch up. So what makes you think I'm gonna ride with something that I know that's not accurate? It's not true. And I knew what the plan was. I know what's going on behind closed doors. A bitch like me needed the money that got offered to me to go play with Latifah's name. I said no, I didn't get it. And I didn't go do what the plan was to do. Because I stand for something. How long I've been rocking with Chrisean, not saying shit, keeping my mouth shut. I just slide for Chrisean 2 days before I came back, and I'm not ready to say too much before I go to jail. But yeah, I was just sliding for my sister before I came back to Baltimore. What y'all talking about? I'm not going against the grain. I'm going against the lies and the fuck shit. To make another sister look bad so you can look better, or because she going up, that shit corny is not cool at all. Let's talk about what's going on behind closed doors. Let's talk about. First of all, if like with these little accusations and weird shit that's going on, if y'all know me, y'all know I've been rocking and rolling with
We're gonna
every
just watch it
sibling
back. Just
and ain't switch up. So what makes you think I'm gonna ride with something that I know that's not accurate? It's not true. And I knew what the plan was. I know what's going on behind closed doors. A bitch like me needed the money that got offered to me to go play with Latifah's name. I said no, I didn't get it. And I didn't go do what the plan was to do. Because I stand for something. How long I've been rocking with Chrisean, not saying shit, keeping my mouth shut. I just slide for Chrisean 2 days before I came back, and I'm not ready to say too much before I go to jail. But yeah, I was just sliding for my sister before I came back to Baltimore. What y'all talking about? I'm not going against the grain. I'm going against the lies and the fuck shit. To make another sister look bad so you can look better, or because she going up, that shit corny is not cool at all. Let's talk about what's going on behind closed doors. Let's talk about.
Baby, if you want to talk about it during that sit down, that was the time for y'all to sit down and talk. You was there. You're the oldest sister. You don't want somebody to tarnish her name. And even after Teshki left the building, because she was mad, she left the building in tears. From what my eyes see, because this world is fucked up, and no matter how much you think you know a person, you don't know nobody. Half of us don't even know our damn self. No matter how well you think you know somebody, there will always be something about the person you know the most that you do not know. And that's just the fact of the matter. So my thing, Miss Chastity Malone, why when you were sitting there, because you had both of your sisters there, and all you did was say a prayer, the shit was so heavy for you, you couldn't even get the prayer out. You said, I ain't going along with y'all plan to tarnish my sister's name. When Chrisean said what she said, you didn't say, Chrisean, stop lying. You said, Chrisean, stop. And Chrisean's like, no, I'm not going to stop. Because she really act like had me eating her. And then the only reason why she stopped is because I said I don't want to play house no more. Why didn't you intervene? Why didn't you say, hey, I love both of y'all? But Chrisean, you dead ass wrong, because you know that didn't happen. Or like Chastity, you did not say anything. You said nothing. So it makes no sense to me for you to be getting all up on Instagram Live with this mouth full of shit to say when you were there live and in person. You met up with with Teshki by yourself before y'all even walked in and sat down and you know what I'm saying, and was talking to Chrisean. Like, Teshki ran into you first outside of the sit down and was talking to you, and then she went in and her and Chrisean hugged. Like, why didn't you, like, all this that you saying to us about Chrisean being full of shit? That was the perfect time. If you care so much about your family image and it was fucked up, that was the perfect time for you to call Chrisean out on her bullshit if it was said bullshit. Which furthermore made me feel like it was the truth, because that room was so fucking heavy, and the only person who was sitting calm and patient the whole time was the craziest bitch. All of a sudden now, Chrisean, the craziest of them all. And it's like a calm of peace. Peace come over you when you unleash these demons that been on your back. And you ain't running from them no more. You stepping right on into it, and you're facing your perpetrator and saying, hey, you did this to me. And now that I'm older, I look back and that shit wasn't cool. That's the kind of calm that Chrisean had. Like, I ain't coming in here with no lies. I ain't coming in here no bullshit. This is what I'm coming for. Teshki kept trying to overtalk her. And Chastity, you wasn't saying a bitch ass thing. And then 4 days ago, you get up on Instagram and you want to say it was a setup all for you to come and make your sister look bad. And I'm really looking for this live video that she got up, and she was talking in front of the camera with like a bag full of new clothes. New clothes was all over everywhere. I'm assuming for the new baby. And I just would like to know who bought them new clothes. That's all. We're going to get into the other sister's page too. Because when they said Mead, I didn't know what they was talking about. Like, I'm not from Baltimore, so I don't know their neighborhoods or no stuff like that. But we're going to go on to the other sister's Instagram, and we're definitely going to hear what she got to say. But I found that's another thing that makes it seem peculiar to me, is that while you were there with both of your sisters, it was so heavy in that room, everybody was crying except for the bitch who came there with her truth. She wasn't crying. And when she got to telling her truth, ain't nobody said she was lying about said truth. Teshki sat there the whole time and said, like, what are you talking about? This is my first time hearing this. Bitch, if it's a lie, and it's not your first time hearing this, because, baby girl, we heard this back, you know what I'm saying, before your first season of Baddies. We been heard this. We been heard this from her and your nephew, that you was like on freak shit. Like, we've been heard this. That when you were younger, you were fast and you were playing house and you were on your nephew and on your little sister. We been heard this. This is not new news to you, baby girl. And that's the thing. That's that gaslighting bullshit. That's why I don't buy it. Because I was waiting the whole thing. I rewatched it. I watched they have something on Instagram. They had on Instagram, on YouTube, they have the whole like sit down on YouTube. I don't want to play it because they said Zeus don't play that shit. They better my whole video. So I'm not gonna play it, but I did find it on YouTube. Y'all type it up, y'all see if y'all can find it. But I never heard her say, you a lying ass bitch. Bitch, all I ever did was protect you. I never assaulted you. She said, I never fought you. She made it a clear understanding that as my little sister, I never fought you. As my little sister, when you needed a place to stay, I housed you. But as her little sister, did you ever inappropriately touch you? Because that's the biggest fucking elephant in the room. That's what we're here to talk about. That's what we want to know. That's what we're trying to understand. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get into the other sister, her Instagram, because this one, baby, she clearly don't give a fuck about the fame, the spotlight, nothing. When Chrisean had her own show, she didn't go on there. When she came out and she was speaking up with her son and was telling their story, Chrisean kind of really ain't want to say it. And she was like, no, you need to tell the truth. And Chrisean was like, yeah, like it really happened. So, and Chrisean also said during the same, I came in with my sister. You bringing outside bitches because nobody in the family's getting ready to bag you. I came in with my sister. Why you ain't, y'all got enough of them. Y'all got more than enough brothers and sisters. Why you ain't come in with your brother and your sister? You done came in with an outside hoe. And this bitch really made the situation worse than she did better, because why is I gotta shut the fuck up? Why is not, no, that didn't happen, or, you know what I'm saying? Why is it I should keep family business? Why is that her take? Versus, this is my friend, I've known her forever, that's never happened, I've always been around y'all, it's never happened. It's like, even if it happened, you shouldn't be bringing it up on TV. It's pretty much what the friend said. Even if this happened in the family, it should stay between the family. That's what I got from the friend. But let's go to this other sister's page. Give me a second, y'all. Oh, please do not let her. Let's go to her page. We're going to go through her story real quick. Oh, no.
Wanted to do her big one with her sister. She looked at production and said, I know what y'all want. But she came in here on peace. I said, oh, this looks too familiar. But you just said you wasn't on that. You just wanted an apology. So you did come to fight your sister. Just like you tried to make it seem like I had a problem with you when I didn't. And you got the fuck up again and you were looking like they said.
This girl.
You doing your job. I see
Not J.O.
Clock it.
You really do your job. You're really a robot. That's what the fuck is going on with you.
Robotic.
You robot, baby. That's all.
But when it came to
AJ, it was that's who you want on.
But when it came to you and when it came to J.O., who was on something? Who did their job right then and there?
Period. Nobody. She didn't do her job then. Like Biggie said on that lab, oh yeah, my friend's gonna do her job. I can't get touched. That's why J.O. smacked your ass in front of your friend that you said you couldn't get touched in front of, bitch. Now what happened?
Talking about, oh, that didn't happen when you were 7. Why did I live with you? Why did you live with me? Because
I should have came out here early.
I don't know. When I told you I didn't want to play house no more, you stopped playing it with me. And when I grew up, I realized like that was not an appropriate game for kids to play, because there's not no such thing as house. I protected her name as long as I could. I'm not doing it.
Now, is it me, or does Chastity like shit? Like, what you got going on, Chastity? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you? Because Chastity is the praying sister. And my thing is, what's going on with you, girl? Because while Chrisean's calm and she's just speaking her truth, it's like the blank stare. It's like the blank stare. Anyways, let me go back to my shit. I can't even deal. We're going to watch just these clippets from Tasha K page.
I love you. Love you too. Well, I don't know what that was. So, I mean, what are we doing? I just want to know, like, I'm okay. Are you okay?
No, I'm not. I'm okay. I'm good in life, but the stuff that I deal with, the backlash I deal with behind the stuff that y'all did to me and said about me that's not cool. I get when you're mad, you say stuff, but you're not just anybody.
You say stuff too.
Yeah, but I never would call you no child molester or no rapist or back nobody on no weird shit. I would never call you that, and I know it's not true.
I love you.
I love you too. I would never call you that. I don't care how mad I get at you. I wouldn't.
So you want to talk about that or what?
I want to talk about that. I want to talk about you gave me jump, and then I want to talk about after that you doing that, putting the icing on it, and I'm just like, okay, what? Could the jumping didn't work, so let's make up some shit. Let's make her look like a
my
whole
truth
monster.
is my truth.
What's your truth?
Nobody. Are we sitting down and actually getting it
I want to know what's your truth. Yes.
We don't even have to talk about what was
We
said
need
because I can
lies.
talk about.
Like, I'm trying to be like, because I don't want nobody, but that's what it seems to me, as if she's not being honest. It seems to me as if she wants an apology, and because the thing about offenders, like, I don't have to say, I can't believe that you said this, or the icing on the cake. You say what she said. If you didn't do it, you should be able to say, you said that I did you and your lying ass nephew, and I never did that. You should be able to point it out. I never had allegations like this, but I had allegations of a guy saying that he slept with me that I never slept with. And when I went and talked to him, I said, nigga, you out here lying, telling people I slept with you, my nigga. I never fucked you. I never touched you. I never even let you put your nose to it. Like, you should be able to say what it is. The fact that it's so ill, and it is cringe. She said it's cringe. It definitely, this is her sister again right here. This is her sister again right here. It is cringe. Her sister all up and through Tasha K's comments. Oh, I wonder if Tasha K gonna interview her. Oh, I wonder if Tasha K gonna interview her. She need a platform like that. Tasha K, get on your job. Tasha K, get on your job. This is the interview the people need. Because she all in her comments. Girl, Junior definitely do not need you after the shit you did. Tifa, admit your wrongs. That's it. That's all. Like, this is their sister. You can't even say the accusations because they hit home for you so tough. Like, I don't know about y'all, but listen.
What's your truth?
Because I can talk about what was said. But why would we do that? Why would we backtrack?
It's not backtrack. It's the stuff that I'm going through. This is real life.
I'm going through.
I never call you that. I don't care how mad I get at you. I wouldn't.
So you want to talk? Like, humility is everything. She just said this and this and that. Me and Petey was kids. I can't even cry right now because I'm so healed, bro. I'm so content, bro. I'm celebrating my new show, guys.
Baby, when she said I can't even cry because I'm so healed, the bitch done already did her crying about the shit. That's how she came to the meeting healed. That's why everybody else's emotions is all over the place and she's chilling. Like, liars get irate and turned up. Like, she was literally chilling the whole time. I'm coming with my truth. And the truth, her truth, be it the truth or not, I don't know, because like I said, I wasn't there. But for whatever reason, her truth made Teshki uncomfortable as fuck. After she said her truth, all of a sudden, and Teshki can't hear. Then she started crying. No, then she don't even want to participate in prayer. And now she crying and shit. I don't know. But this is it. That's how it looked like to me.
God's plan, bro. Is she gonna say, yeah, the people that you did all that for? What the fuck? You're so weird. Why would you want to be around me? Why you even want to move forward with me? Like, I don't get nothing that she's.
Because you were her sister, and after she told you she didn't want to do it no more, you didn't make her do it no more. That's why she still wanted to be around you, because you dressed it up like it was a game of house and y'all were just playing. And then after she said she didn't want to play anymore, you didn't press the issue. So it took it until probably she got older until she realized, hey, that was some real weird ass, creep ass shit. And so in a child's mind, just think of the confusion that caused. I told y'all in the last video, it don't take much to persuade a 7-year-old to do something, especially as a big sister or older elder figure. Like, it don't take much to persuade a 7-year-old to partake in something that's supposed to be fun. That's supposed to be fun. Hey, this is cool. This is what the big kids do. Hey, you see how mommy and daddy, you see how they have mom and dad on TV? Like, let's play house. Like, you shouldn't be asking her questions about why after the fact, pretty much a decade, when she was on her way to college, did she come stay with you if you did all of this stuff? Those are not the questions you need to be asking. The questions need to be, why is your 7-year-old brain telling you that I touched you and I never touched you? Little sister, what is you going through that your 7-year-old memory is telling you that I took advantage of you when all I've ever did this whole time of being your older sibling is try to protect you? What is going on in your head that at 7 years old, you feel like I was trying to touch you? That I wanted to play house with you and that involved me being appropriate with you? Did I ask you to eat my pussy? Why is your 7-year-old brain like, what happened for real that made your 7-year-old brain say this? Because she said, tell your story. And then every time the bitch went on to tell her story, you were interrupting her. Every time she went on to proceed to tell her story, you got to interrupt her.
Saying she don't make any sense. For her to say she's in a different mind space, she's not. That girl is cool.
Well, I guess this is like, if I want to speak to these girls, if I want to do ministry or fellowship with people, it's not honorable.
Holy Chrisean, drive slow, baby girl. I don't know if we need you doing ministry. I don't know if we need you talking to other little girls. You still got a fuck nigga tatted on your neck. I don't think we need that from you. We just need your healing and your own personal growth. And maybe give it more time. Maybe you can go out and speak to young girls about bad decisions you've made, about being in situations you were in as you were younger and other stuff like that. But like right now, when you were just in jail, when you were just with your ex and going hoopla all crazy over him on the internet like a year ago, like I don't think now's the time, but hopefully soon you get there. I'm glad that you're on your healing journey. I am glad of that. And we'll see what's to come of it when Blueface get out of jail, because I feel like that's your biggest kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? This is a big step. You know what I'm saying? You telling your truth to your sister. If she did do something to violate you in some type of way, that's a major step, like a major step. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like that. But talking to other people right now, I think it might be too soon. But anyways.
If I lose self-control with my sister in a hard conversation, she's older than me. I don't know what anything she's talking about. She just tried to bait my son and don't play with Chrisean and Jesus like that, bro. I can say what happened to her son. Why would I do that? Like, humility is everything. She just said this and this and that. Me and Pete, we got to protect our kids.
She's a monster. She's a monster. They want me sitting there with her. So the baby told my energy, girl, the baby needs me. My nephew needs me. It's like you need me. What are you talking about? Bitch, you don't care about that child. Ain't no way, nowhere. I would have been like, bitch, I'm sorry. No, you want to be talking? Hey, Honcho? Bitch, I haven't talked before. Here, you think I'm playing? I'm not playing. My mother can't stop me from doing that. My mom been pushing me. Please, deeper, please. You know something about fuck that? It's something wrong with them. I'm going to show them what the fuck happens to crazy psycho people like that. You fucking get them the help they need.
She all like that. She was a stripper. She's so.
And people are saying that
I brought her out the hood. She stopped stripping. She's with the very nigga she's with the very nigga. He ain't stop. Exactly. We ain't say none of that. The very nigga that you used to fuck with. We ain't say nothing. We gotta protect our kids.
She's a monster.
it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. And people saying, Chrisean ain't say all of that when Tifa's right there. All that, you demonic and all this stuff. I be calling mommy and mommy be like, oh, Tifa, please. You know she crazy. Like, you ain't say none of that in front of her either. Like, y'all both had side, like, they both had sidebar conversations. And like I said, this is not a conversation for Zeus. This is a conversation. Them two girls, like, need to be on a healing journey. Like, Tifa needs to sit down and tell somebody her story and talk to a therapist. And Chrisean needs to talk to a therapist and tell her story. And then they need to do like a family joint counseling thing. And apologies need to be given. Like, I've been told y'all, like, she had something ain't right in the water. The sister fucking the ex-sister man, ready to rob, kill, steal, and some more shit for him. I seen him. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I seen the guy. He's not even all of that. What would make you want to put your coochie somewhere your sister coochie was at? If the family was all of that, is all I'm saying. So Chrisean ain't the only one off her rockers. And because everybody likes Teshki, people are going to make it seem, oh no, she's a saint. She would never, you people don't know her. Hell, I don't even know her. All I know is I'm pretty good at reading people. I'm pretty good at reading people. And it seemed to me, she stormed out of there and called her a monster. And she was crying. And the only thing that makes Chrisean a monster to Teshki is that she'll sit up on TV, a televised show, and put her sister on blast about something that happened over a decade ago. And Teshki's like, why now? Like, why are you waiting until I blow up and now you want to bring it up? I don't know how many people have been abused. But I can imagine that I've been protected most of my life. Shout out to my grandparents. I've been protected most of my life. You know what I'm saying? Violated. I have been violated before, and people will go. I haven't ever like talked about it, but it was like, how am I gonna say this? Okay, it's like a woman who's getting abused. Like, the man just blacked her eye. Like, people will say, why won't you leave him? Well, because he pays all her bills and he takes care of her and he protects her from the outside world, even though in the house he's the perpetrator, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So maybe after the conversation of, oh, I don't want to play house, maybe Teshki was Sister of the Year. Maybe. But in that short time, while she was growing and developing and figuring out who she was young. I don't know how much older than Chrisean she is. I looked it up the other day. It said she was 30. Now they acting like she older than 30, maybe 32. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how old Teshki is, but I know she's older than Chrisean. I thought maybe when Chrisean was 7, she was 11. Maybe she was older. Hopefully not like 16, but could have been. I don't know. Like 11, 12 is not acceptable, but it's more so understanding than 14, 15. But it definitely makes you feel like, yeah, something happened to this 11, 12-year-old to think that that was okay or that that was acceptable. They need counseling. Baby, they don't need no Zeus. I do know that. I don't know a whole lot of shit, but they don't need no Zeus. Shout out to Zeus and they checks, but they don't need no Zeus. That's not what they need at this current time. That's not what they need at all. They need some real therapeutic help from doctors and shit. But that's all I wanted to talk about. Somebody in my comments can't spell, but that's okay. I don't know if they saying I'm lying or who they saying lying. I can't be lying when I'm giving an opinion. When I'm going based off of what I'm seeing, I can't be lying. I'm just saying what it looked like, what it seemed like to me, based off of I've been working around people forever. I've been like around people forever. Like growing up, everybody always wanted to be my friend, and still I only had a very select few of friends based off of how I read people and pay attention to how they speak about other people. I pay attention to how they treat other people. I pay attention to their body language. I pay attention to how they behave when people are being kind to me or saying nice things to me. I pay attention to how their nose is turned up, how I look like they stomach hurt when I walk in the building. I pay attention to shit. I pay attention to shit. Like, I just do. So that's how I've come up to my conclusion. And I know maybe Teshki was trying to right her wrongs as they got older. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But Teshki, when Chrisean said you tried to fight me when I was pregnant, I remember on Chrisean's show, Crazy and Love, Teshki definitely was turned up, rah on some shit like she was trying to fight her while she was pregnant. Like, that definitely did happen. Now, I don't remember her trying to fight her while they were on the bus. I don't know. I do know she was upset after the girls allegedly jumped her, and she was like, Chrisean just sicked them on me. I do remember that. I don't know. But I know they need some therapy. But that's what I wanted to come here and talk to you all about. Tomorrow I'm going to come back, and we're going to talk about some other stuff, some, like, real stuff like celebrity gossip. And another thing, tomorrow or today is November 5th. Go out and vote. Go vote. You got presidential vote and you got senatorial vote. Go out and vote. If you don't do nothing else today, go ahead, go to sleep. Where I'm at, it's around midnight. Go ahead, go to sleep. When you wake up, brush your teeth, wash your ass, and go vote. Before you get to work, maybe vote on your way home from work. Maybe go vote on your lunch break. But go and vote. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.